Hi everyone. Well, nobody, but I'm Syndrome. And welcome back to FF14. What's the matter? Don't tell me you're having trouble finding a paltry 15 chunks of woven obsidian. Actually, here is your 15 chunks of woven obsidian. Ah, managed to scrap together the required amount, did you? Oh then, let's see your sorry specimens, just for the sake of format. Bugger me. They're black as night. Some of the purest stuff I've seen. How in the seven hells did you find these? You, a mere adventurer. Loath to admit it, your obsidian's superior to mine. Hi, Sky. Well, might be best to be on quality, but there's more to being a miner than that. You need to be able to give the client what he wants, when he wants it. In other words, you need speed. Without it, quality counts for naught. I was by far the faster man, so we'll call it a draw. But mark my words, I'll best you next time, both on speed and quality. I'll see to it the obsidian gets to Roger. Meantime, why don't you go and tell the guildmaster all about it? I care not what you say. Ah, Syndrome, how did you find working with White Gully? What? He challenged you to a contest? As if the tasks weren't difficult enough. Terribly sorry, Syndrome. That was hardly fair of him. He's a born miner. What's that? You beat him? Truly? He's one of the guild's very best. Well done, my lad. Eh? Claimed he was faster, did he? Well, speed is important, but Wide Gully set the rules, and by those rules, you won. Fair and square. Come a long way, Syndrome. A long way. You make me proud to be your mentor. Same time, though, I must admit that the miner in me can't help feeling some envy. But it's that which keeps a veteran like me on my toes, lights a fire in my belly. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Keep doing what you're doing, Syndrome, and I'll do my damnedest to keep up. Obsidian race. Tales of the Land. Put on new pickaxe. Amethysts are forever. New pickaxe. Good to see you again, Cyril. You're pleased to know that Roger was deeply impressed with the obsidian you got for him. More so than that, he was impressed that you bested Wide Gully in the contest. 'Tis no ordinary miner who can outdo the vice foreman's own son. Lest you wonder, I knew full well who Wide Gully's father was when I tried to pair you both up. I also know, for a fact, that he has his sights set on my position. There are some who whisper in my ear that I should expel him from the guild. I can't help but think that's short-sighted. That's very short-sighted. After all, it's hardly a crime to want to be the guildmaster. What's more, White Gully is a tremendously gifted miner, and I'm not in the business of punishing excellence. To be sure, I'm still better overall, but I'm not above admitting there are certain areas in which he's more knowledgeable. I tell you this because you'll need to speak with him again for your next task. We've received an order for 20 high-quality raw amethysts, you see, and none among us know more about the stones than he does. Now, I realize you two didn't exactly get off on the right foot with Wide Gully, but the two of you are guildmates, and guildmates help one another no matter their differences. Except when you're Wide Gully. Stroll on over, bold as you please, after humiliating me the other day. Got some gall, adventurer. I know why you're here. Heard about the order of raw amethyst too. No doubt you're wondering where to find them, and you're after my hard-earned knowledge. Well, I'll gladly share it with you. Why so obliging, you ask? Because the knowledge ain't gonna be worth a damn to you, that's why. What a dick. You'll find all the raw amethysts you can carry near the Hope Seed Pond over in Central Shroud. Problem has to do with the beasties inhabiting the place, more than aught else. Lindworms, stropers, sprites. Hear even tell jaded Jotties made her home over there. Even Raban would have trouble taking a stroll through that neck of the woods. No, he wouldn't. And I don't either. Let alone a common adventurer playing at minor. I don't expect to see you back here with 20 hairs on your head, much less 20 of them stones. Alright. Hardened miner he is. Heart of stone he has. Well done, Sky. Alright, next. Level 52 Red Mage. Ready to continue the investigation into the Mystery Cabal. How fares your training, my friend? I imagine you've grown quite accustomed to the shift between spellcraft and swordplay by now. I will continue to instruct you, but as I said before, practical experience will serve you far better than any tiresome lecture. It's important that you treat every battle as an opportunity to learn. Speaking of which, Father Illod mentioned he had something he wished to discuss regarding our sigil brand ambushers. Let's head inside, shall we? Shame that it did not occur to me earlier, but I recall an incident that may be connected to this dreadful cult. A merchant's son was kidnapped in Olda some moons ago. When the merchant came forth to pay the ransom, however, both father and child were murdered. That is absolutely terrible. Perpetrators of this terrible act were never unmasked, but evidence at the scene suggests the two were slain by thaumaturgy. What is more, this merchant was a native of Alamigo. Is this not also true of the father of the girls you rescued? Aye, he is Alamigan born. A man by the name of Wilkin, so his wife told me. Could he have been the true target of the kidnappers? We must speak with Master Wilkin at once. There are too many similarities in these cases to ignore, and I would not put it past this cult to make a direct attempt on his life. In anticipation of such action, I inquired after Master Wilkin's trading itinerary. Seems he is presently conducting business at the Manderville Gold Saucer, delivering stock for game prizes or some such. Very resourceful of you, Father. Thank you. Come, Central. The Gold Saucer awaits. My apologies, Syndrome. I neglected to ask if you were a patron of these halls. But here we are now, and Master Wilkin is still occupied with his trade. I am tempted to eavesdrop on his dealings to learn what manner of man we are saving. But let us play the part of happy gamblers and wander by his meeting in the Manderville Lounge. Just look for the wonderfully hideous gold statue. It's not wonderfully hideous, it is the owner of the Manderville Gold Saucer in his usual state of attire. Would be the closest one to the Manderville Lounge, now that I think about it. West. There's our Master Wilkin. Thank you again. We'll make the most of this gift, I promise you. Back straight and head up now, lad, or folk will become suspicious. You've done naught wrong. Besides, coin is fair gotten and freely given. Young man he was talking to. He is known to me. One of the lads belonging to the Alamegan Resistance, if I'm not mistaken. Well, this is clearly more than some simple business deal. But why waste time on suppositions when we can speak with the merchant himself, eh? Oh, it is 12:20. It is a 20. Master Syndrome, Master Zaroon, glad am I for this chance to to thank you in person for the kindness you showed my daughters. Sorry, some of that was blurring there. Father Elud sent word to expect you. He also mentioned that the danger to my family is not yet past. You suspect I have been marked for assassination? Aye. Have you any idea why? Say, retaliation for funneling funds to the Alamegan Resistance under the guise of standard business dealings? I just... oh! What it happened to be? Smile. I thought as much. I recognized your client as one of the young freedom fighters I've seen in Gurabanya. Rest assured, your secrets are safe with us. I myself have spent the better part of my life aiding the resistance. Your dealings do, however, seem to have drawn some rather unpleasant attention. Don't worry, we're on your side. Just know that somebody's not happy with it. Very well. You saved my children's lives. I'll trust you with the truth. Many Alamegan refugees are employed here at the Gold Saucer, and in no small part due to the wishes of the establishment's owner, Lord Godbert Manderville. And what he says goes, we know that. Who is here in statue form. Several of these employees have direct ties to the resistance, young men you saw being one such conduit. As to why I meet them here, well, it's a matter of hiding the trees within the forest. There was another incident not so long ago where the son of an Alamegan-born merchant was kidnapped by a cadre of mages. When the father attempted to pay the ransom, the fiends slew both parent and child. I fear the scenario was one they hoped to repeat with you. Yes, a terrible turn of events that was. I did not know the merchant personally, but I knew of his efforts. He too was said to have supported the resistance with the fortune he made in Ulda. And there we have our connection. They seek to eradicate resistance sympathizers. I sense the hand of the Empire behind this cabal. Then they need to go down. But the assassins themselves favor magic. Unlikely to be native Garleans. Puppeteer could very well be a hired killer, or mayhap a recruit from a subjugated province. We shall learn the truth in due time. For now, however, we must take steps to keep you alive. Lord Manderville is a member of the Syndicate, and the Gold Saucer is his domain. Striking at me here would be very difficult, to say the least. I do, however, have pressing business to attend to in Vesper Bay in the coming days. Vesper Bay, eh? Given his peculiar approach, I can think of a dozen places from which assassins could stage an ambush. Might you entrust your safety to Syndril and me? Together, we will prove more than a match for any ambushers, and it would also afford us greater insight on our foe. Certainly appear capable. I gladly accept your protection. It's settled. Let's travel ahead to Vesper Bay and scout the area. That I know all too well, Vesper Bay. Yeah, it was pretty good. Oh, that's cool. Good here. Master Wilkin has begun his overland trek from Olda. Before he left, I asked the good merchant to discuss his travel arrangements with less than his usual discretion. Assuming the assassins have eyes and ears on their target, we can assume they have moved to occupy the most favorable ambush sites. Now, if I were intent on murdering a lone traveler, I would choose one of two options. The first being the alleys here in Vesper Bay, and the second being the long, dark tunnel leading into the town. Suppose we split up, secure both areas. I'll take the back streets, and you can have the old mining shaft. Sweep the tunnel clean of ambushers, then meet me back here when you're sure the route is safe. Alright. This is where I would ambush. That's that. Oh, he found some as well. Defeated their ambush, did you? Well done. As you can see, they had a second group waiting in the wings. Your pawns were the same mute attackers as before, yes? I pity these cursed pawns, but we cannot let mercy stay our hands. They are little different from the walking dead, and no art can restore them. I did, however, allow one to escape my blade. Huh? On purpose, of course. He seemed eager to disengage, and so I obliged. He limped off towards the coast, but with the wound I gave him, he'll not have fled far. I'll track this last assassin to his destination. Pray, remain here and greet Master Wilkin. He should be arriving through your secure tunnel any moment now. Ah, Master Syndrome. Here I am with nary a scratch upon my person. Deepest thanks. Saved my family, and for that I can never truly repay you, but I must at least try. Pray, share this gift with Master Zaroon. My supplier will be waiting, so I must take my leave of you. May Nald enrich you and bless your endeavors. Had a stroke of luck. The man I followed leapt into the sea and was fished out by others in a rowboat. I last saw them making for a merchantman anchored out by the bay. Considering the absence of fear, I must assume the one who fled had been commanded to report the outcome of the ambush. If we can identify the ship, then we'll be one step closer to unmasking this vile puppeteer. And then we can... Another token from the esteemed Master Wilkin? Wilkin's gift. How kind that he seeks to reward us. Ah, there's a note in here as well, addressed to us both. You have my eternal gratitude. Twice now has my life been saved by red mages, and twice by one in particular. Mayhap you remember the day, 20 years ago, when the Crimson Duelist fought to save the life of a child. I remember you, Master Zaroon, for your scarlet garb was forever etched into my memory. Tis a strange feeling to be recognized for a decades-old deed. Had he not known me, would he have been so ready to place his life in our hands, I wonder. Aside from a few wrinkles, I suppose I've changed little in my appearance. I was close thus when we worked to evacuate our fellow Alamegans, even as the homeland we knew crumbled around us. But in the end, it is the lives that matter, not the place. Regardless of the circumstances, a red mage must strive to achieve the greatest good. So I have always believed. Our actions are our own reward, but a little acknowledgement does wonders to sustain one's faith, eh? It does. It really does. Alright. Next quest is FF14. Alright. Back to the row of Stormblood. It's probably a trap. That's the name of our quest. Last time we did main story, we were looking for Lady Yugiri and Gogetsu, and found that they probably took a boat. They found somebody to take them to Doma. And we're trying to find that same person. Should be right here. But I do not see you. Up then. There's Elise. Stare. What? Why do you stare? You have business with me? Yes. Has business with you. Buys a 12! A talking fish! Yes. Talking fish. How very observant of you. Ijin? Right, it's like foreigner. You find me in good spirits, so your rudeness I will ignore this once. But only if you address me again in the proper manner. That's fair. Sorry, I've never met a... Let's start again. You're Gyodo, right? My name is Lise. This is Central. We're looking for some friends of ours. Show picture. I see. Both these ones I know well. I helped them secure passage across the Ruby Sea. Really? That's wonderful! Could you do the same for us? Yes, this would not be a problem. For you, I could charter a ship this very day. But the journey is fraught with much peril. The fare will not be cheap. Sure you can afford to pay? I didn't think to bring any money. Surely Totaro will let us take whatever we need from the Scion's coffers, right? Huh? I don't know about that. Probably talk with Totaro first. We wouldn't be the only passengers, though. Could we take a moment to talk it over with our friends? Yes, but hurry. Ship must depart under cover of darkness. We shall meet again at sunset on the Tasagar Bridge. Don't forget your fare. Bring Minnie Gill. Yes? Okay, bye. It's about time our luck changed. Alphanon and the others will be thrilled. Well, it's probably a trap. Yeah, Totaro loves making money and hoarding money. I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Talk to you. Alright, the good news and bad news. We spoke with a number of merchants and captains at the southern piers. Several recognized Gosetsu and confirmed he had been searching for a vessel to deliver him to Othard. None, however, made any mention of Lady Yugiri. Yes, it was the same story for us. Then you'll never believe what happened. Probably a trap. So this Gyodo claims to have aided both Gosetsu and Yugiri? How fortuitous. Not the word I would have chosen, Master Alphinaud. Yeah, me either. Wow, I actually agree with you. Stupid, what I'd call it. How can you agree to his price without making any attempt to haggle? Or even confirming what it was in the first place? That is also true. Why did we not do that? Yes, that too was a misstep on their part, but it's not what troubles me most. Gyodo and his brethren are not renowned for their generosity of spirit. Rather, they are disdained as scheming moneylenders, ever eager to turn a profit from others' misfortune. Oh good, see, we have them take us on the boat, and then when they try to screw us, we cut them all down, and then we have a boat. Everyone else we questioned stated that Gosetsu was alone. Only Gyodo claims to have met both him and Yugiri. I suppose it's just possible that Gosetsu made inquiries by himself, and only called upon Yugiri once he had found a willing captain? True, that is possible, but the whole thing just... But it is equally possible, if not more likely, that you're being deceived. Exactly. Do not forget, there are many parties present in Kugane with agendas which may run contrary to your own. The Viceroy was once a spy herself, as I recall. I should be surprised if she did not have countless agents here in her employ, all eager to prove themselves to their new master. And what better way to do so than delivering her the head of foreign insurgents? Fine, you may be right about him, but if Gyoto's working with the Empire, who's to say he didn't try the same trick on Yugiri and Gosetsu? I mean, if he did, he might know where they are, and if he succeeded, they might be in trouble. Also true. Anyway, if he holds up his end of the bargain, we have nothing to worry about, will we? If he tries to betray us, I vote we take him prisoner and punch him till he tells us the truth. That's what I'm talking about, Lise! Correct. So if it's a trap, we'll spring it and deal with the consequences. Huh. I like the way you think. Me too. I'm in. Of course, the diplomat. Very well. We should prepare for the worst. Tatara will remain here, and I shall follow the three of you at a discreet distance. Right. Once more, I should caution you to avoid physical altercations at all costs, even should Imperial agents attempt to engage you. The Sekisugumi will not hesitate to clap you in irons, or cut you down. If anything untoward should happen, you are to return here at once. Is that clear? Sure, yeah. To review, Lise, Syndrel, and I will meet with Gyodo as planned. Alphinaud will keep watch from a distance, ready to provide support in the likely event that Gyodo attempts to betray us to the Imperials or whoever else. Should that happen, you and Lise will subdue him, and together we make our escape. As our actions will surely draw the attention of the Sekisugumi, we will evade them with Alphinaud's assistance and return here with our prisoner. Meet everyone's approval? Of course, these precautions will be for naught if Gyodo does not play us for fools. But we shall see. To the bridge! Our would-be ally is nowhere to be seen. Make ready, Syndrel. Something smells... fishy. Ah! Couldn't help herself.
He's late.
There he is.
Endless and most sincere apologies to you and yours, yes, yes. This way, quickly now.
Okay, let's go. Interesting voice. Yes. Yes, yes. Where is boat?
Enough. Where are you taking us? Where is the ship?
This ship. So very sorry to inform you, yes, yes. Long before was it pledged to another.
I will cut you down.
To me. These ones are for Doma.
No. You have chosen poorly.
I knew it couldn't be this simple.
Never. Least. Punch the talking fish.
Nothing personal, yes, yes. Just business.
I agree. Nothing personal. Least. Punch him.
Then business is about to take a turn for the worse.
I approve of this. Mine.
Come on, let's find a way out of here.
Agreed. Thought you would punch, but I prefer the kick. Kick him up in the air. Grab. Okay. Let's go. There's Alphina. Disappointing, but not surprising. Correct. Quiet, brother. Fight now, talk later. Yeah, not wasting it on you. Alright, let's get out of here. We need to leave now. As expected, the Sekisugumi have caught our scents. Since fighting them is out of the question, we'll have to wind our way back to the Ruby Bazaar, evading their patrols as we go. If they find you, use these smoke bombs to make your escape. Use the smoke bombs to evade patrols. Be warned that attacking the Sekisugumi will result in failure. Why not? Why? If they're gone too, then... Alright, fine. I'm gonna hate this part. Duty actions. Duty actions are special actions that are available only during the course of specific quests or battles. Left-clicking the icon, but they can be bound to other keys. Can only be used a limited number of times. We have 9 smoke screens. Deciding when to use them can mean the difference between victory and a quick trip back to your home point. Split up in half for the Ruby Bazaar. Remember, under no circumstances are you supposed to attack them. Use a smoke bomb so we can escape. Yeah, that's the, Here's your tutorial on the smoke bomb. Shinobi? I wish they had sight lines. Like, let me see where they're looking. Ah, can't change class. Because that would have been great. Keep those smoke bombs ready. Hi, mate. Ah, oh, this place is just crawling with them. That's a shame. Hi. I will guide you to your friends. Okay. First a talking fish and now a tortoise? What do we got to lose? Ah. Son of a... Then you need to move faster. Because we only get so many of these. Made it. I fear our Kojin friend might not find you in time. It's going to be alright. Trust me.
Stay hidden and quiet. Understood?
Alright.
Clear the road! Clear the road! You there, Kojin.
Kojin.
We seek 4 foreigners. One, a brutish woman carrying an unconscious Namazu. Have you seen them?
foreigners, you say?
Ah, yes! Very rude they were, making no apology as they barged past.
They went that way, I think.
Is Ninja Turtle? I think they went that way.
Many thanks, good sir. With me, they cannot have gone far.
All is well. The Sekisei Gumi will not return this way for some time, I should think.
I should think.
You are of the East Aldenard Trading Company, yes? Come with me. I know a safer way.
Yes, but no? Why not? Pick up the fish.
You are returned. And with guests, I see.
Our meeting went about as well as expected. We've brought the Namazu who thought to betray us. When he wakes up, we'll see what he knows about Yugiri and Gazetsu.
Well done, you. When I saw the Sekisei Gumi out in force, I did begin to worry, but I see my fears were misplaced.
Actually, if it weren't for Soroban, we might not have gotten away.
Nice to meet you, Sorban.
'Twas my pleasure.
Yet I must ask, Soroban, why would you deceive the Sekisegumi to help us, foreigners of whom you know naught?
Good question.
Why, out of the kindness of my heart, is what I would like to say, but my motives are not so pure.
I like you already. You're honest about it.
I chanced to witness your meeting with Hancock at the tavern and saw an opportunity.
An opportunity?
Like many, I came to Kugane as a trader to make my fortune. Kojin of the Red may serve the Empire as mercenaries, but Kojin of the Blue walk a different path. Regretfully, most here would rather not meet our gaze, much less do business. So I seek the custom of those less predisposed to dismiss us outright, namely the East Aldenard Trading Company.
Quid pro quo, is it? Well, there is no denying that we owe you a debt. What say you, Hancock? Will you consider doing business with our entrepreneurial friend here?
Rest assured, Master Soroban, that in matters of trade, the company does not discriminate.
No, they
We
don't.
would be honored to hear your proposal.
Why would he say no? There's money to be had. Everybody wins.
I promise you will not regret this, good sir. Ah, yes. You sought passage across the Ruby Sea, did you not?
Correct.
I have a ship you can use.
Awesome.
You do? Well then, far be it from us to refuse. You have our deepest thanks.
And you mine.
Sweet. He gets to start trading. The East Trading Company makes money. We get our ship. Everybody wins. Here, the Kojin are of the sea. We come ashore to sell our wares and pursue your markets. My hope an arrangement with the East Eleanor Trading Company will help us to more quickly obtain the treasures we seek. Alright. Still annoyed he tried to deceive us, but at least we were prepared for it. Even so, next time we should probably try to avoid running around Kugane in the middle of the night with half the city guard snapping at our heels. It'd probably be for the best. Making the catfish sing. Lise would like to ask Kyoto a few questions. Oh, I'm sure she would. Right then, Kyoto should be coming around soon. I think it's time we had a little chat, don't you? Yes. Yes, I do. Hey, Totoro. Hey. Rise and shine, little fishy. I know you can hear me, so stop pretending to be asleep, or I'll give you another ride on my boot. I know you can hear me, so stop pretending to be asleep. I'm kick you again. Another ride on my boot. No. No more boots. All my secrets are yours for the asking. Tell us what you know about Yugiri and Gosetsu. Every last detail. And if I find out later that you lied to me... Boot City. No more lies. Clear, unvarnished truth. You have my word. Only the samurai did I meet. Yes, only him. He asked after a ship, so I provided an introduction to the Garleans. You mean you led him into a trap as you did us, because you're an Imperial spy? No, I am no spy. It was just business. Fewer ships pass through Kugane these days, and we have struggled to make ends meet. So when the Garleans offered a bounty for any domens found in Kugane... Oh, my mistake. You're not a spy, but a common cutthroat. Not that I'm surprised. You need half a brain to be a spy. So what happened to the samurai? I was vicious. I love it. Such a cruel, vicious tongue you have. He would not go quietly. No. Blades were drawn, men were cut down, and the Sekisugumi came. They took the samurai away. Oh, that stinks. Hold on a moment. You mean to tell me the Aijin they arrested the other day was Gosetsu? Oh, but I had known. If he's in the custody of the Sekisugumi, I need only see to it the requisite funds find their way into the right official's hands, and your friend will walk free. Yeah, because money talks. As it is in Ulda, so it is in Kugane. But given the circumstances, it seems we have no choice but to resort to morally questionable means. We'll make a pragmatist out of you yet, Master Alphanon. No, you won't. You're free to wait here while I speak with the relevant official, but if you'd rather wait for Gosetsu outside the barracks, we can go together. I wouldn't put it past the Imperials to try something again. Maybe it would be best if Lee Syndrome and I joined you. Alright, what about Kyoto? I'll keep an eye on him for the time being. We can release him after you return with Gosetsu. He will doubtless have some choice words to say to the little fellow. Soraban, mayhap it would be prudent to prepare your ship for our immediate departure. As you wish. Everything is in order? Let us be off. Sekisugumi barracks are to the north. Oh, I like her way better now. she was silly when she was pretending to be Ida. And it was fun, but I like her way better now. Must actually wait here. Sure, this will not take long, because I have money. Is it really going to be as simple as he says, do you think? Probably. He said it wouldn't take long, right? Because this feels a bit long to me. Calm down, Lise. Everything is going to be alright. Much as I hate to admit it, I share Hancock's dim view of government officials and their supposed incorruptibility. Yeah, Jose is super anti-government. From what I gleaned of the Far East, they're probably exchanging lengthy pleasantries. There seems to be a correct way to do everything here, bribery being no exception. Everything must be proper, even the bribery. I say we leave them to it. Right, Syndrome? Yep. Right, everything's fine. Probably, I mean, couldn't be as bad as the last time we stood around waiting for something to happen.
You.
Gosetsu, no.
Was that? That was Gosetsu. I'm sure of it. He's in trouble. Lise, wait!
I suppose we should follow her then.
I suppose so.
Victory to the samurai!
Dang. And bow.
How many is that now? 10 in a row?
Jesus. These are supposed to be, like, guards of the town, right? Cut down somebody in one stroke. Elite. And it's here we're getting a taste of how good Gosetsu is. 10 times in a row.
Gosetsu!
I'm also a samurai. I can do that.
Oh, this is a surprise. What in blue blazes are you three doing here?
True, his belly is not empty. He is a mountain of a
I
man.
same thing. We've been looking all over for you, and then I suddenly heard you screaming.
It would seem there has been a misunderstanding. Allow me to explain.
Oh, that's awesome, Maze. I love when the game does the little things like that. Like, you're so far in the story, the dialogue changes a bit. Let me explain.
So, in summary, you started a brawl with some off-duty Imperial soldiers and were subsequently arrested by the Sekisagumi, whom you somehow befriended and convinced to set you free if you could defeat a given number of them in single combat.
That's awesome. You're awesome, Gosetsu. And I did.
10 bouts for my freedom.
Oh, you did.
'Tis but a pity you came too late to witness the last one.
Well, alright.
And with that, I'm free to go, yes?
Our word once given may not be broken, but we pray you make every effort to avoid future altercations.
Please don't.
Circumstances notwithstanding, my lord, we are honored and grateful to have witnessed firsthand the skill of a Doma samurai.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, circumstances notwithstanding, my lord. Honored and grateful. Doman Samurai. see real skill, and they're like, yeah.
Ah. And we had just concluded negotiations.
Darn!
I gather my assistance was not required.
Eh? Oh well. All's well ends well. Alright, let's go. Alright, that's one of our 2 party members. Once more to the Ruby Sea. For a man who has just defeated 10 samurai in a row, Gosetsu is looking rather sheepish. Yeah, where is the Shadow Walker? I must apologize that you endured such trials and tribulations in search of me. There's no need for that. You had no way of knowing we would come looking for you. You were after a ship to take you to Doma, yes? It just so happens we have found a willing captain. Truly? What fortune! We'll tell you about it back at the company offices. Alphanot and Totoro are waiting for us there. Let's go. Gosetsu, thank the 12 you're unharmed. As you can see, Master Alphanod, I'm the very picture of health. You, vile fiend, malevolent trickster, how kind the kami are to grant me vengeance so soon. But first, I demand you return the coin you so villainously embezzled from me. You have every right to be angry, good sir. Gladly would I return you your coin, had I not been forced to repay certain gambling debts beforehand. Certain gambling debts. Setting that matter aside for the moment, where is Lady Yagiri? Was she not traveling with you? For a time, aye. But we parted ways some time ago. The better to improve our chances of finding Lord Hien. Lord Hien? Hien? Forgive me. I have yet to explain. He is the heir to Doma's throne and our master. His was a passionate voice for the cause of Doman liberation, and when we learned of the Emperor's death, it only grew louder. So you seized upon the opportunity and rose up to reclaim your freedom, only for your hopes to be dashed when Xenos led his army onto your lands. Crown Prince was a merciless foe. Against him and the might of the 12th, we had no chance. Once Lord Hien understood this, he bade Yagiri take to the sea with as many of our people as possible. He, however, would stand and fight, that they might have more time to escape. I remained by his side as well, and together we carried on our doomed war. And then, one day in a fierce battle, we were separated. I knew not what became of him, only that he was beyond the Empire's reach, and that to find him, I would need Yagiri's aid. Situation grows more perilous by the day, for the new viceroy, Yosutsu, is a black-hearted villainess who delights in the torment of our people. There is naught she would do to further her pursuit of Lord Hien. Thank you. I believe that makes matters a good deal clearer. Should please you to learn that we come to aid the Doman Liberation Front in resuming their efforts to overthrow their imperial oppressors. Allow me to join you. My inquiries here bore no fruit, hence my desire to return to Othard. Once there, I can lead you to our headquarters in Yanaxia? Yanaxia? Where we shall all be reunited with Yagiri. Mayhap not all. Alphinaud's talents would seem better applied here in Kagane, working closely with Totoro and Hancock to feed us intelligence. There is a Garlean embassy just down the road, after all. While I appreciate the vote of confidence, I should be glad to accompany you all. As a soldier in the field, so to speak. Come now, brother. A competent commander assigns his soldiers to tasks best suited to them, as you, of all people, should know. And you are so very good at espionage and intrigue. As you, of all people, should know. For we all must serve, each in our own way. Very well, it would seem my place is here. Aww. That's right, Alphinaud, you're going to be doing super important work. So Raban is waiting at the pier. Have fun, you lot! And besides, you are so very good at it, Alphinaud. Alphinaud. Yeah, he enjoys being on the front lines, doing things personally, but this is definitely more his forte. All preparations have been completed. My ship awaits its passengers. Let's go. After you, my shelled friend. Insist. With me, everyone. The Ruby Sea awaits. The Ruby Sea. Hi, Bookby.
I remember the water, how it turned crimson in the morning sun. A shimmering sea of rubies, stretching from horizon to horizon. You could almost believe it went on forever. But beyond that red expanse lay a land in turmoil. On the shores of Othar, our Doman brothers struggled in vain.
Wide and beautiful she is, the Ruby Sea, filled with promise and adventure and treasures. Many wonderful treasures. And money. Hey, 73. Destination unknown. You have authorized access to the Ruby Price. That was weird. Thing, air change. Complete the main scenario quest once more to the Ruby Sea. Agent Traveler. Seeker of Bounty. Neat. Open water. Now, in order to reach the shores of Othar, you will need to cross the resplendent waters you see before you. However, this is easier said than done. To set forth without making the necessary preparations is to invite the Confederacy to claim your vessel, and your life should you resist. It's fine, cut them all down. This fate can be avoided by paying the Ruby Tithe, thereby earning you the blessing of the Pirate Lords. Let us go and greet them. Destination is the isle to the west. Doesn't look very far to me. Sindro, why don't we jump in and swim for it? I've had my fill of boats. Excellent idea. I think you shall find the water to your liking. I will use my ship to deliver those less inclined to the isle. No, I want to take the boat. Alright, fine. Swim race! Something I was gonna do. What was it? Nope, not these pirates. I was gonna do something, now I don't remember. Trials of the Sekisugumi. Ha! For the 63 Samurai quest. Now we know who the Sekisugumi are. Right. This should be easy. Good way to loosen up for the next fight. Whenever it comes. 20 Gil says I beat you there. What? Hey, come back. Ah, there you are. Trust you enjoyed yourselves. Follow me, my friends. The one whom we speak is a man named Tensui. No, I meant to click on Leech first because I wanted to see if she wanted her 20 gil. Welcome to Sakazuki. Arguably the most important of the Confederacy outposts. Look up these stats, have a look for yourself. You can see the entire Ruby Sea from here. Yeah, when you dash in the water, you do swim differently, which is a nice touch. Repair gear. Well, speaking of gear, what do you got? Level 62 stuff. Skill speed. Is that a direct hit? Ooh, level 63 disciple stuff. Ugh, so expensive. Need more gil. Fear you have the advantage of me. Listen. We want to pay. Most honorable and esteemed Syndral Dragon Soul, I am Tensui, humble mate who serves at the pleasure of the Confederacy's captain. As you are in the company of the Shellback, I presume we have business to discuss. We do. Boys with boats. Boys and their toys. betrays nothing as he looks you up and down. It's like, I lose determination, but I get direct hit rate. I think I'll wear these. Wish to pay the ruby tithe, yes? With your gil, perhaps? Just as well. Foreign currencies are in demand these days. I would pay for their passage to Othar. Does this sum meet with your satisfaction? The sea has been quite tempestuous of late. I cannot say with confidence that you would reach your destination safely unless you tripled it. Tripled it? Do you take me for a fool? I know the price, as do all. Alas, we live in interesting times. As you came from Kugane, I should think I need not tell you that. Shadow of war looms. The wise and the cautious shirk our waters and our custom, and the foolhardy sharpen their knives in anticipation. Meaning, the Empire's coming for your face. That's what I mean. Sir, you've got to come quickly. Bastards are at it again. Tried to convince them to stop, but they weren't having it. Very well. I will be there shortly. Proposition. Your comrades strike me as a worthwhile investment. I would not hear men name me a cat before Kobin, so I shall consider their tithe paid. Not for what they have done, but for what I expect they will do. Which is fight the Empire. I'm not sure what to make of that, man. But at least the matter of our tithe is settled. For now. What was he and that other pirate... What was that he and the other pirate were talking about? Maybe we ought to go and have a look. Yeah, we really should. Always money. Ah, there's a fate here of all things. Oh, this is like a pretty big land, that's why. Gotcha. I thought it would just be a little, like, area and then we go to the actual next land, but never mind. I mean, I should have been doing this. Darn it. Forgot. Next. Super North. Okay. Well, you just keep working. I don't know. I don't have anything to really say. Maybe. Yeah. Unless it's 14, I really haven't been giving advice on anything lately. I mean, when you're washed up, what do you do? Northeast. Darn. Somewhere over here. I don't think I can even get to it. Deal with that later. I'm sure we'll go over there at some point. It's an interesting looking enemy. Fire crab! The music changes on what you're doing. I love all of it.
Gentlemen, I'm told you were most unreceptive to my associate's requests.
Gentlemen.
I realize you do not look kindly on the Confederacy and her ways, but if you refuse to pay the ruby tithe, your safety in these waters cannot be assured.
Spare me your concern, pilot. Your feeble attempts at extortion will not work on us.
Huh. It's a pilot.
You remain at large because we allow it. Because you are such insignificant little pests that we see no need to swat you.
Jeez. That's Empire for you.
But if you wish to risk the ire of the Viceroy, by all means, fire upon an Imperial vessel. Give us a reason to bring the full might of the Garlean Empire to bear against your pathetic fleet.
Bastards!
Gentlemen, surely the fact that you have such limitless resources at your disposal gives you all the more reason to spare some few coins for the less fortunate.
All talk, just as I thought. Come, let us away. I have no time for this rubbish.
Jeez. Yeah. We're here to fight the Empire.
We're all the same to them, aren't we? Savages to be ruled or slaughtered.
They've always balked at paying the ruby tithe, but they were never so eager to pick a fight. The problem, you see, is that many of my comrades in the Confederacy are of Doman descent, and the acting Viceroy, well, she's none too fond of Domans, to say the least. If we take any action to hinder the safe passage of an Imperial vessel, she'll accuse us of attempting to foment rebellion and brand us enemies of the Empire, which we can ill afford to be. Like the man said, we're all talk.
It doesn't have to be that way, though.
And where did the Kojin stand in all this?
With the winning side, of course. They're mercenaries to a fault, eager to offer their services without coercion. The Shellback could tell you more, though something tells me he would rather not.
I was like, where is he?
I don't understand. If the Garleans are causing the Confederacy this much trouble, and if so many of you are Doman to begin with, why aren't you willing to fight back?
Spoken like a true friend of the Doman Liberation Front.
Correct.
If you're planning to rouse us with noble words and grand promises, don't bother. We all know what the Imperial Army can do. Compared to them, we're boys with boats.
They don't have the firepower.
Besides, what ties a man may once have held to his home are forsaken upon joining the Confederacy. We look out for none but our own. that as it may, our livelihood is under threat. And the captain will need to decide soon whether we're to go down in a blaze of glory or bow and scrape for crumbs from the Emperor's table. All while our friend the Viceroy continues her purge of Doma's radical elements. I believe she's holding court in one of the fishing villages even as we speak.
Oh, really? We should go pay a visit.
That she-devil! Her perfidy knows no bounds! She must be stopped! Come, let us find Soroban and put us here at once!
Tell the others that these ones have paid. We all have places to be.
What are we waiting for? Come, come. Soroban cannot have gotten far. Now that I think on it, it is passing strange he left without warning. Mayhap he did not wish to be seen by his Kojin brethren? Probably. I doubt he to leave us behind, but nevertheless, it may be prudent to return to his ship, or at least to the Confederate encampment. Hell's Lid. Want this marked on the map? There we go. Game's over. Friends, 1,000 pardons. As you may have guessed, I was reluctant to be seen in the company by my red brothers. Ours is a complex relationship. Do not misinterpret their actions as a reflection of our allegiance as a whole. Understand? Yeah, we understand. Kami be praised. Too often are Shell quick to judge all Kojin for the deeds of one. Business is concluded. Traverse the Ruby Sea without fear. To bend with the wind. Return to the ship and prepare for our departure. If you have any remaining business to conduct with the pirates here, pray you do so now. Reminds me, Syndra, would you be so kind as to inform the Confederates of our plans? The more they know of our movements, less likely we are to be mistaken for another vessel by their comrades. Less chance of us being shot. Price of betrayal for an Aether card. You, yes, you. Do you know the Ruby Price? The fortress in the middle of the Ruby Sea from which the Bakufu soldiers surveyed the surrounding waters? Other day, we found one of their men stowed away on a ship we confiscated. Bit of coaxing, he eventually confessed to doing some underhanded trading with the Red Kojin on behalf of his superior. Seems as though he could avoid paying the Ruby tithe by hiding aboard someone else's ship. No one gets away with crossing our waters free of charge, unless they're the Empire. As such, I am looking to track down the superior of his and have him compensate us. Go in my stead. On the way over there. soldiers. I went northwest of here. Bring it down and rest him in my stead. All the way up there. Alright. Swim back across. Princess. And double. Traitor! Oh, thank you, Goken. I can do that too. You lose. Tempted to go curl up under covers. And pay the tithe. pursue our wares, find anything you're liking, and we'd be glad to sell it at a fair price. Because I killed one. Thanks. Sir, 3 flying shark livers. You're up there. Darn, I was up there too. Devil's clearing his throat again. We say whenever Hell's Lid erupts. Oh, okay, that's funny. Collect the hot magma before it starts to cool. Take down a few beasts, advise you stay here. Here, take this pot. Fill it with as much magma as you can and bring it back. It gets hot pretty fast, so be careful not to burn yourself. Sure, why not? I need the axe. Hey, can you put some lava in this bucket and carry it to me? Make sure not to touch it. Hey, liquid hot magma. Put it in the bucket. See, it's easy. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Magma's not that hot. Did that wrong. 2. Yay! I'm not the only person with a room now. Somebody else is taking one. Yay! Wounded Confederate. Bonus XP. Thanks. Liquid hot magma. I was nearly full. Well done, friend. Collected almost as much as I did, and I'm a veteran. Huh? We know what I'll be using it for? Fair enough question. According to ancient legend, a sword forged with molten lava is capable of slaying man and demon alike. As such, this is what we use to make our blades. We pirates like to hedge all our bets. Out at sea, never know what you'll be running into. Thanks for your help. Save me a trip here and back to that hellish place. Like to hedge our bets. That's fair. Here's your livers. Some liver oil. Help me keep my eyes sharp. Greatest asset, after all. My hawk-like vision, I can see everything, including the sobbing faces of those spineless Baku soldiers at the Ruby Price. Well, I can no longer fight. For the next 20 years, I intend to earn my keep at the Confederacy as a lookout. The organ site I got. Organ site. Repair gear. One moment. We need to go turn in the other quest. Perhaps his death was for the best. I'm not sure he will be happy to hear it. Ah, you curious to know how I will inform him? That, my friend, is a secret. All aboard. Says the Viceroy was holding court in one of the fishing villages, did he not? She was already chanced to be the village in question. We could instantly find ourselves surrounded by Imperial soldiers and cut them all down. What? Oh well, we'll go someplace else instead. Lots of water around here, yep. Here we are. Reasonably certain none bore witness to our approach. Reasonably certain. Filled with the terms of our agreement? Yes. Aye, that you have. Deepest thanks, Sorbonne. Truly, we are blessed to have befriended such a clever and industrious merchant. Much too kind, good sir. I know not where your path may lead, but I wish you the very best, and hope we shall meet again. Indeed. Good selling. So we finally arrived at Othard. Now all we need to do is, liberate Delma. Yeah, no problem. Already on it. Ah, yes, that. Look, daunting though it is, we do have one thing in our favor. The element of surprise. Unlike in Girabanya, the Imperials do not know we're here. Admittedly, that may be our only advantage, considering how few of us there are. Well, I expect the Doman Liberation Front will even up odds a bit. For all that, we need to see if this fishing village Tetsui was talking about. Do what every Wednesday? I smell ceruleum on the breeze. Alright. We stealthily killed them all. And then we cut down the Viceroy and problem solved? Well, started the problem being solved.
Even accounting for the rebellion, such indiscriminate shows of force seem pointlessly excessive.
Because they don't care?
If only you knew how commonplace such scenes have become. Are we too late?
Over there, someone's coming.
Look who it is in the background. And you must be the Viceroy in charge.
It is she, sworn enemy of Doma, of my master. The traitor who sold her homeland to the Garleans. Yotsuyu.
Liberating nation for dictatorship. Yeah, I do that every Wednesday. It's fun. Yosetsu. Yosutsu? Yes. I don't know. I was talking. My bad. Also, so...
The Viceroy herself.
Yep.
And look behind her. Isn't that...
It is! I'm glad he's recurring. He's silly. Oh, too bad you're not wearing red. I could be like Ada. You're the bitch in the red dress. But nope. Oh well.
Everywhere I how very dull. What I wouldn't do for a drink.
You speak softly.
Come now. You've no reason to look so afraid. You have lived through a quarter of a century of Garlean rule, remember?
I hate you already.
'Tis better to bend with the wind than stand tall and be broken. Therein lies hope. Therein lies freedom.
Therein lies my sword going through your face.
I come before you today seeking affirmation. A heartfelt declaration. You are free to answer me as you see fit, yet even the least among you should know the correct response. Should. A resident of your village, one of your neighbors, mayhap your friend, was detained by the Kojin this morning. They say he was attempting to flee to Kugane, but we both know that simply isn't true, don't we? Bit slow, this one. Is there anyone more sensible among you? Have any of you anything to say? To swear?
I swear to cut you down. Does that count?
My lady, I swear to serve the Empire, to do whatever is asked of me, and never disobey.
Well said, that man. Of course, it wouldn't do to simply take you at your word. Kill him. Surely you can do that much. He must be guilty of something or other, or he wouldn't have attempted to flee the Empire.
What? I knew that. I knew she had the gun. But this is very simple. You just turn the gun and shoot her in the face. Like... Point slightly down and fire.
I have a family. Kami, forgive me. Kami, forgive me.
Wow. You're a terrible person.
Oh, very, very good. I've always had a soft spot for men like you.
Yeah, I believe it was loaded because she wanted him to shoot. See, it was loaded. Because she is that cocky.
Next, I want you to shoot those two over there. Too old to work, you understand. A burden on the Empire. We can't have that.
Wow, didn't even stop there.
But they're my parents.
Oh, that's terrible.
You can't expect me to...
Ah, see, you were too slow. I've seen enough. Let's do it. We can't not now. I mean, true, but we will show them no mercy.
Stop and think for a moment. If you go charging in now, every one of those villagers is as good as dead.
True, they're dead. But if I can cut down the Viceroy, we win.
We must consider the wider picture. If we act recklessly, we risk alerting the Garleans to our presence here, making it that much harder for us to work with the local rebels. To say nothing of the reprisals ordinary civilians would be made to suffer.
Open your eyes, girl. They are already suffering. Let me go. I am putting an end to this madness.
Let them suffering.
I will approach the village alone and identify myself as a former leader of the rebellion and a known fugitive. They will wish to detain me until they are certain they have learned all I know. Use this time to make your plans.
Oh, Gosetsu.
You saw what those monsters did to the villagers. Who knows what they'll do to you, assuming they don't kill you where you stand?
We live and die at the pleasure of the kami. My fate is in their hands and no others. If it be of any comfort, I am no stranger to chains.
You can't expect us to stand idly by as a comrade goes marching off to his death. And this is nothing like Kugane.
Nor is it like the Reach, Lise, or the Wall. Let him go. Hold out for as long as you can, but remember, noble sacrifices are to remain an absolute last resort. I wish I could say it won't come to that, but only the gods know how we're going to get you and the others out in one piece. A miracle, perchance.
Hey, I'm good at those. Miracles.
A great tower stands to the north and east. Look to its occupants for aid and succor. Together, you may yet find your miracle. Now, leave this place. I must go.
Another idiot like all the rest. I'm beginning to think it may be something fundamental. Something intrinsic. Something quintessentially Doman to ignore the simple truth. You can't do a damn thing if you're dead.
Enough, Yotsuyu!
Yotsuyu. Okay, Yotsuyu.
Well now, this is a surprise.
Hear me, Yotsuyu! Cease this farce, here and now, and I shall surrender myself to you. Refuse, and all shall answer to my blade.
Bring him to the tavern.
Hate it as much as you, maybe even more. Every fiber of my being was crying out to intervene, but what's done is done. Gosetsu's gamble has gifted us the time we need to find a solution. He bade us seek aid at that distant tower, yes? For want of a better idea, I say we do just that, while taking care to avoid the Imperials. Why just go in there and cut them all down now? It's fine. Seem to have evaded the patrol so far. Huge tower. Looks like somebody is playing a crazy game of Jenga. That's what the tower looks like. According to my map, we are on Onokoro, and the tower is known as Heaven on High, a mysterious structure built long ago by persons unknown. Gosh, listen to me. I'm starting to sound like Alphanod. Next thing you know, I'll be saying things like, as you are doubtless already aware. Like, oh god, I'm starting to sound like Alphanod. See what? Huh? Doesn't look like it's been dead long. Whoever did this, they're a good shot. Cannot see a single stray arrow. Well, someone's hungry. Wait. That wasn't either of you two, was it? Nope. Calm down. We had nothing to do with... Wait. What am I doing? You can't possibly understand us. Probably not. No. Time to run, Lise. We save our strength for any that give chase. You too, Syndril. Meh. Cut them down. Yeah, the mutated walruses. Flying shark. Gotta remember to do that now. That's the thing I can do when I'm fighting solo. And heal myself a little bit. Cool. Did it. Still didn't get as much experience as I wanted. Considering I need almost 6 million to level up. Never say Daimyo. Haha! I might as well end it. There you go, now I added one. Just imagine if they'd taken us by surprise, what a fine ending that would have been to our story. Anyway, I think it's just safe to assume that the people at the tower know how to defend themselves. You'd have to, sharing an island with these things. Do is to convince them to help us. That's the hard part, I assume. You're a big thing. I should never say Daimyo. Daimyo, hear me? Oh, I'm not fighting you. Ooh, you need to go. Need two. Okay. Aw, flying person. Wish I could fly. There it is. It's up there somewhere. Let me jump off. Falcon Porter. Interesting. Fly me places. Congrats! I'm still at the same. There's a settlement here. They even got their own aetherite. Wait a minute. I've seen that standard before. It was when we met with Tensui, which means this place belongs to... Oh. That belongs to the Federation. Confederate consternation. Leslie seems bemused to find herself standing outside a Confederate settlement. Eastern Bow! Hey, I finally get the Eastern Bow. Again, I lose the skill speed, but direct hit rate. Seem we have found a Confederate settlement. May not be even their headquarters, judging by the size of the place. Kasetsu bade us seek out the Confederacy for aid and succor. The selfsame Confederacy that refuses to openly oppose the Empire. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. At the very least, they're unlikely to ask us for the tithe. What wind brings you hither, of all places? Were you not bound for Othar's shores? Correct. Yeah, well, what brings you hither, of all places? Not bound for other swords? Correct, but stuff happened. I see. I trust you have not forgotten our previous conversation on the subject. No. Then what do you want? A second opinion? Very well. Come with me. I'll take you to the captain, Rasho. Just like that, an audience with their leader. How very accommodating. We must needs choose our words carefully. Leave it to me. I've always been good with people. And this will also give me a chance to use the Eastern greeting they showed me in Revenant's Toll. Seems like a really bad idea. I like Lace and all, but talking is not her, not a strong suit. Greetings. You must be Rusho, leader of the Confederacy, and so on. I realize this is a bit sudden, but the thing is, we have a little favor to ask. Oh, God. I've probably already broken a half-dozen rules of Far Eastern etiquette already. Well, sorry about that. I have to understand we're in a hurry, so I'm gonna stop talking now. Correct. I'll say you talk. And bow. Men who revere manners and tradition can be found the world over, but not here. Candor is appreciated. Speak your heart. It's like, ah, crap, I already screwed up. Thanks. Sure. Alright. Listen. The Empire sucks, and you're gonna go down fighting, or you're gonna end up, let's say, just getting scraps off the Emperor's table, as your lieutenant here put it. So, which way you want to go? I say you go down fighting, because then we have a chance. Setsu, former leader of the rebellion. I know of him. Why he bade you petition us for aid and succor, however, I know not. The risk of repeating myself, to join the Confederacy is to renounce all other ties. We're beholden to none. Allied with none. Yeah, and you're about to be none. If you don't help us. When Doma was invaded by the Empire 25 years ago, we did not rush to her defense. Knowing this, do you honestly expect us to help you drive the Imperial forces out of Asari? Yeah, because you're going to be driven out if you don't do anything sooner than later. Garleans have long maintained a presence in this region, and we would be fools to break the peace, fragile as it is. Besides, you're capable warriors, yes? With your guile and preparation, you can surely resolve this matter yourselves. It's imperative that our presence here remain secret for as long as possible. For us to openly engage the Imperials at this time would endanger everything we have come here to achieve. You have told us why you cannot fight, not why we should fight in your stead. You would speak to me alive saved, I would speak to you as slaughter. How many men will die when all pretense is lost and the Garleans declare war on the Confederacy? Hate is a luxury we cannot afford. You're free to come and go as you please, but you will receive no further aid. Thank you for your hospitality, if you would excuse us. Captain's word is final. Can't say I didn't warn you. Bury the past works side by side, else be cast out. Go to Confessor, he takes precedence over all. Right, which is why you should fight. Because soon you're not going to exist. Hey, Syndrome, I know that didn't go well, but I'm not prepared to give up on them yet. Gosetsu told us to come here for a reason. He must have believed we could convince them to help us. We just have to work out how. My thoughts exactly. Glad to hear we're of the same mind. Just little wonder they refused. We have done naught to persuade them. Real work begins now. We need to learn more about the Confederacy, what their needs and weaknesses are. Once we know that, we'll know how to earn their trust. Arms crate. The arms and armor have been piled haphazardly. They display no signs of recent use or maintenance. Alright. They're just laying there. I don't even use them anymore. Shiro. Taking this to the ship. Good eye! Not much to look at now, but once a time she was a beauty. Confederacy favors flotillas of smaller ships to capture and board errant vessels. Larger ones, like this Sekibun, are only taking part in major engagements. Not that we had those recently, with those Imperial bastards throwing their weight around. If it wasn't for them, well, no use moaning about what you can't change, eh? A number of crates and barrels have been stored here. On closer inspection, however, most are empty. Yeah, y'all are not doing great. For all your bluster. You are being strangled and choked to death. A good look around? We just need to wait for Lise. So keep you waiting. Wanted to talk to as many people as I could. Just as Tensui said, no intention of standing up to Yosusu? Yosi. I don't know if you two got a different impression. Under the right circumstances, they might help us. I think the situation is coming to a head. Yeah, it is. Whether they want it to or not. I agree. It's obvious they are struggling to survive, and that they blame the Imperials for their recent troubles. Even if we do nothing, it is inevitable that they will come into conflict with the Empire sooner or later. And deep down, they all know it. Only thing holding them back at the moment is the belief that they lack the strength to survive the coming war. So we need to prove to them that we're not all talk, that we could be valuable allies in the fight. Precisely. And what better way to demonstrate our worth than by seeking out people with mundane problems and offering them our expert assistance? Because that is what we do. Is what we always do. I like that Alize just flat out says it. Yep. Wouldn't be the first time we've had to earn someone's trust by helping them out with this and that. And you know it won't be the last. I'll look around the western end of Onokoro. You two take the east. Good luck! Yep. Because that is the way of things. Welcome to the adventure life, indeed. The Arrows of Misfortune. Strike me as a strong, capable individual. Job for you, Westerner, if you're courageous. On the beach to the west lies the carcass of a Gyuki feathered with arrows. Go retrieve the arrows. Butcher its tail for meat. Very good meat in Gyuki tails, you know. Beast was young. Don't be surprised if an angry mother mourns his child and is there to beat the son of somebody. That's sad. Always makes me sad, whether it's enemy or monster or whatever. Last voyage. Seen a bubbling cloud of an Hurrah, I forget. He's late. Go find him. Got it. Solace of the Sea. Kami, take me. What kind of pirate cannot suffer the sway of the ocean? You recruit far-flung shores? Listen, I have a task. Go to Okumo below and receive of him medicine for men of the earth. Then to Quickscape Pier and the hapless Doman bemoaning his wretched fate. Ugh. And make it go away if he's not here. Yay. Worried she might have lost her way. Okay. There it is. I made it. To the south. So down there. Add to recruit. Here, I need medicine. Oh, he would be all the way up there, of course. When I was up there already. What do you mean? Here's your medicine. Here. You look down at me for resorting to such medicines, but I would do aught to render the world stable and motionless once more. I do them as they pop up. Yay! Money. Nope. Not that way. Not any of those ways. Oh, well, whatever. Oh, it's on the retainer. It's just telling me it's sold. Here's your arrows and meat. Say I did not misjudge you. Thank you for your help. It's not as delicious as it is nutritious. Under normal circumstances, we not bother hunting Gyuki as game. As you may have heard, these are not normal circumstances. Arrows too must be reused when possible. A prudent measure become necessary, alas. Every passing day our future grows more certain. For this day we shall have full bellies, and in that we must take solace. Alizé stones. Pressed by your industrious nature. Grilled the turbine. Now that you mention it, trouble with ravenous sharks that have been leaping out of the water and making off with their fish. Damnedest thing, I know, but you wouldn't doubt if you saw it. Got to call the thieving bastards regularly. So happens I sent 3 of my mates out there before you came along. The more the merrier. Killed 2 or so, that ought to be enough. You can feel those rotting fish as bait. Shell of the Red. Not so sharp, you're fighting me. Kami be praised. Have not seen them. We were Doman. There you go. Sutsu's catchers. I knew it. First Asari and now this. I gotta tell Rasho and the others. Yeah, y'all are getting slowly killed off. Heard you went shark hunting? We too did our fair share of beast culling. But I think Lisette made a stronger impression when she bested a drunken pirate in a sparring match. Fastest knockout to date, I'm told. Boom! I just clocked him once, that was it. I should like to think we have proven ourselves to rather... Why do I get the feeling you have something important to tell me? Because I do. Kojin mercenaries rounding up Doman Confederates? Surely Yosutsu has crossed the line now. Speak with Rasho immediately. Even he cannot deny that this changes everything. At least, I should like to think he cannot. Both? Both, Sky, I guess. So what are y'all gonna do now?
Our most compassionate acquaintances return. For your deeds we owe you many thanks. But something tells me our thanks are not sufficient. The strange thing is, I was certain you understood our position. And yet here you are with that same look in your eyes, and those same words upon your lips, I'll wager.
Yes, but things have changed, sucker.
I speak only the truth. The Confederacy will not be spared Yotsu's wrath. You have always known this, that one day you would have no choice but to stand up to the Empire. I say to you that day is today, and come once more to ask that you join us in the fight.
How convenient that recent events should lend such credence to your claims. Tell me, do death and destruction always follow in your wake?
In mine.
They had no part in it, Tansui. You know this. We all know this. They came and took our Doman brothers. They will torture them for her sport. Murder them for her satisfaction.
Correct?
So we attack and get butchered for our trouble, or do naught and let them have their pound of flesh. If this be our choice, I say we suffer the ignominy. We endure. We survive. There is no better path.
Yeah, there is.
Until the day our enemy is grown weaker and we stronger, there can be no retribution. We will wait for a sign. Such is the judgment of the Confederacy.
Your sign is right here.
So that's it then. You're just going to abandon them to her. They'd die for you, you know, for the Confederacy. They would die for you, but you wouldn't even think to risk your lives for theirs.
Achilles?
I have one last idea, if you will allow. I'm afraid it's not very good as ideas go. It's exceedingly reckless, in fact, and you may well come to despise me for ever having suggested it. Assuming we survive, that is.
I got one last idea. Great. It's not good. It's super reckless. You may well come to despise me for ever having suggested it. Assuming we even survive. Sure. Why not? I'm in. I've been part of lots of reckless plans so far.
The question being, do you trust me?
Of course. Ask me again later. Do you trust me? Ask me again later, depending on how this goes. That's a funny option. Do you even need to ask? Do it.
We can't stand by and let innocent people suffer, here or anywhere else. I'll do whatever it takes.
Then let us roll the dice.
Yes! One of my favorite, like, entertaining gamble things. Roll the dice. Okay.
If it's a sign you want, we shall give you one. One rousing enough to make you drive every Garlean out of Isari without a second thought.
Alright.
You are wary of invoking the ire of the Imperial forces stationed in Doma, correct? Know then that once we have rescued our comrade, and freed Isari, we mean to liberate the nation as a whole. You will doubtless require assurances that we are capable of achieving this, and that is only fair. Accordingly, we shall demonstrate our seriousness by depriving the Garleans of a key ally, the Kojin.
Oh.
What, the three of you, just like that?
Yep. You don't know who I am, so it's fine. You'll see. Yes.
Actually, my esteemed colleague here will attend to it on his own. But the how of it is not your concern, only the outcome.
Alright, I said I trust her, so we keep a straight face. Yeah, all you need is me.
If we succeed, you help us liberate Isari. If we fail, you lose nothing. A simple enough wager, if you have the stones for it.
Oh, yeah, you have the stones for it.
The little miss does make it hard to refuse, does she not?
Words are air. We will weigh you by your deeds.
Fine. You'll see. You'll all see. Let's do this. Alizé stones. Bye, Sky. Under the sea. The Rusher is a man of few words. He has some left to say. Alright, let's direct hit right back against Skips. They're all really close. So, alone you will deal with the Kojin. Yep, easy. Set upon this course, I shall give you a word of advice. Two factions have the Kojin. The mercenaries who serve the Empire belong to the Red. Those who belong to the Blue are the traitors. They have made no pact with the Imperials, so they may be willing to aid your cause. Seek the Blue on the Isle of Beko. There you will find a cave. The rest is up to you. Thank you, Captain. We shall endeavor not to keep you waiting over long for your sign. Let's head for... Wait, where's Lise? Can I leave without her? Pulling double booty. Oh, earrings. Man of Eorzea. I am, yes. Yes, I know the Eastern Island Trading Company. County branch office owner. I am. Name Syndrome. Easy enough to remember. There she is. What you looking at? Syndrome? What is it? Didn't mean to wander off. I just wanted to have a think. I like that instead of a drink. Have a think. Worried we won't be able to live up to our promises? Not that at all. If anything, I'm frustrated I didn't think of it first. Eda and my father had a way with words. They knew how to inspire people, how to bring them together. I always hoped I might have something of that in me too. I'm starting to think I don't. What am I even doing here? Please, you... Gods, listen to me. I don't know where that came from. Forget I said anything. Places to go, Imperials fight, and friends to save. And we're not going to get any of it done by standing around here moaning, right? Right? Before we first traveled to Girabanya, I was in Lipsa visiting a friend. A young child who had been through a great deal. That's neither here nor there, I suppose. Anyway, on the way back, I passed a pastry which sold some of the most exquisite-looking tarts I had ever seen. I've always preferred cookies, to be honest, but nevertheless I decided to stop and try one. I'll treat you to one when this is all over. Central 2, and I won't take no for an answer. What about Y'shtola? We'd never hear the end of it. Alright. Y'shtola too, once she's better. Deal? Good. Let's hurry, shall we? We've a million things to do before then. Sure. Shall have delicious pastry. What are you doing? Gentlemen, since you refused to pay the ruby tithe the coin, she said pay with blood. I believe an arm each will suffice. Jeez. We're the East Island Trading Company. Think twice about this. Should have said so sooner. See, there, distinguished guests are escorted to our best room. In the dungeons. I'm gonna go sharpen my knives. Get up and start walking. Oh, geez, that's bad. Yeah, you kind of screwed up. Never our support never gonna rub off on us. Now introduce ourselves. My right hand. Hi. All boats. President must pay the ruby tithe. Yep, that has changed, correct? Bro, Viceroy is screwing up everything. Oh, they were lying. Okay, that's fine. Flag and the items we found aboard the vessel do not appear to belong to the East Eleanor Trading Company. Ah, okay. Any of their ships. Got it. See if they're real or not. You want to trade with them, but it's like, oh, these people are fake. Got it. Oh, not in here. Master Dragon Soul, what a pleasure it is to see you. Maybe of service to you today. Scarlet Flag and inventory list. Real? Fake? Came from one of our ships? Afraid can't help you there. Kikamo, however, might be able to tell you. She's in charge of inventory and currently stocking our ships at Pier number 1. Okay. Hello. Where'd you be? Ah, Master Dragon Soul? I've heard a great deal about you. Yeah, I'll take a look at your flag and list. Take a look. None of these items are even remotely familiar. It's as you suspected. You have been lied to. Would you say you're pretty knowledgeable of this game? No, I would not. I've played for 5 months. I've finished the main story of I've finished A Realm Reborn and Heaven's Ward, and I'm a little bit into Stormblood. There are far more people who are more knowledgeable of this game than I am. Just got the full game yesterday. Oh, nice. level 39 white mage, and level 33 black mage. Cool. Awesome. Well, I do love Final Fantasy 14. I hope you really enjoy it as well. It's a lot of fun. Else, easy thing to claim the ship and goods their own. Some with those men could have easily paid the tide several times over. That's a shame. Titles, you get them through the story and achievements, mainly achievements. Once you get through the main story and just other quests, you put them on through character, profile, and this button right here, this title, and then you put the title on that you want. If it has the dots, if it has the ellipses in front, the title is going to go at the end of your name, because it'll be like your name and then the title. If the ellipses are after, it'll be Palm Friend and then your name, for example. It'll be the title, then your name. I am more than happy to answer what questions I can. More than likely, you're not playing on Marlborough. If you were, I'd say, hey, go ahead and join the guild and stuff. But it's a pretty low server. Not a lot of people are on it. So. Yeah, titles come through achievements. Palace of the Dead is like a roguelike type area that you unlock, and you can get levels through it. For me, probably the best way to get levels for other classes, like not your main class, but other classes you want to play, is probably just running dungeons. Getting them to 15 and then running dungeons. Dungeons give a lot of experience. Well, there's a good chance you're going to do that. Well, not quite that long for Palace of the Dead, but you have to find people playing Palace of the Dead too. That's just the way of DPS. You can you don't get a ton of experience, but you can do fates. You know, the random events that pop up on the map. You can do those that are around your level while you wait while you're queued up for a dungeon. After you've done daily roulette, if you have daily roulette leveled up, you can try daily roulette leveling. Sure, you won't get the adventure and need stuff. DPS almost never shows up, but you can just queue up for that. It'll be faster than just queuing up for one dungeon. Other than that, it's just playing. There's doing that. challenge log every week. You get EXP that way for your class. The EXP is relative to your level, so it's always useful. What's that? Fates. Completing fates. Levy quests don't give great experience, but you have that. They don't give great experience for combat classes. Levy quests are great for getting experience for crafting and gathering classes. Wow, that sounds really close. Dictate trousers. Oh, well, let's go back and turn this up. It's always more fun if you have people to play with as well. That helps a lot. Flag in the inventory list. And we got a bunch of money. So he's excited about. Unfinished business. Ready to talk trade. Not exactly Roman Kagane. Yeah, I can go there. Gonna take care of our honest merchant friends. Which are not honest. Oh, if you have, that reminds me, that if you have food, like any kind of food, the sets or whatever, but you can even buy food cheap from some NPCs. You can eat it, and all food gives for 30 minutes. You get a 3% experience boost. Every little bit helps. Dishes and preferences. To amend or add, assure the Confederacy is open to negotiations. Okay. Soon. Letter. It's a deal I can hardly say no to. Master Tsukikage will fully agree to the conditions outlined in this letter. Assuming he is willing, I'd also like to ask him to obtain certain items for us besides those listed here. Of course, we would compensate him accordingly. Plethora of luxury goods that can only be obtained in the Ruby Sea. Imperials have begun placing their embargoes. A lot of these things have become difficult to acquire. Everybody gets money. Here, prepare a contract for Master Tsukikage to review and sign. Please see that it makes it to him. Pleasure doing business with you. Trading contract. According to this contract, she's agreed to all our terms regarding the loot and even offered us an opportunity to earn extra coin. Job well done! Decadal turtle, teardrop pearl, soaking shark fins. All these are expensive commodities that cannot be obtained in Kugane or anywhere outside the Ruby Sea, for that matter. Mistress Kikimo certainly knows how to play her cards. Chief, I'll go get them for you. Generous offer, but sending you to search for everything alone would take far too much time. Divide the work. You retrieve the soaking shark fins, I'll find the turtle shell, you secure the teardrop pearls. She'll rock right away. There he goes again. Ran off without even bothering to confirm how many fins we'd have him bring back. Completely incompetent. Touch overzealous, simply looking to prove his worth to us. Only natural, seeing as he narrowly escaped death at the hands of his former shipmates. Because he's attempting to avoid something, or rather someone. Fake merchants were members of his former crew? Rather skittishly. The blade of the throat forced them to pay the tithe. Well, he'd become a marked man for life. What's wrong? Starting to turn pale. Nothing is wrong, sir. Simply disgusted that one of our very own, terse as it may be, has had dealings with such vulgar men. I thought the past wasn't supposed to matter. Stones around his ex-crewmates' necks and threw them into the sea. See no reason for her to be so upset. Mystery best solved later. Well, he's not exactly the sharpest knife in the drawer. Tendency to land himself in trouble. Alright. This quest has gone on longer than I thought it would. Soaring Shark. End up. Have to be fish food. Certain death again. Somehow I always manage to bungle up every job I'm given. What a complete and utter fool I am. Well. Here's your soaring shark fins. Condition. Rather cheerful than usual. I was thinking we were supposed to meet our client. Oh, that would be job for me, probably. Girl with the pearl ring. Well, it's true that we're banned from setting foot in Kagane. There is no such law prohibiting Mistress Kikimo from coming to us. Thank you to accompany Sumi, a sister, in transporting our goods there. You got it, Chief. Like you to have. I would like to have you accompany me. There we go. Oh, back there. Huh. Now you just talk. No. Deal with it tomorrow. Alright. That is going to do it for me today. Tomorrow, probably more main quests. We'll see if any other classes end up getting to their next checkpoint. Oh, we need to do the samurai class quest, so we'll do that as well. And hopefully lots more fun. I can hope so. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a lot of fun. As always, answer questions when I can. If I can't, hopefully I point you in the right direction. And until tomorrow, I'm Central. Remember to shoot for the stars and take care, everyone.